Hey there, welcome to another deep dive.
Ever find yourself scrolling through those restaurant reviews when you're traveling, trying to pick a place to eat?
Yeah.
You're not alone.
Today we are diving into the secrets of what makes a restaurant a tourist magnet.
Which I have a feeling applies to way more than just restaurants.
Right.
We're dissecting this fascinating piece
Called How to Attract Tourists to Your Restaurant.
from the Menuville blog.
They're usually all about QR code menus, but this article.
Seriously insightful stuff.
Yeah.
We're joined by expert speaker.
Who can unpack the psychology behind these strategies.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
So the article kicks off with knowing your audience.
Which seems obvious.
Yeah.
But it got me thinking, how does a restaurant stand out?
To tourists who are looking for a unique experience.
You know, it's all about tapping into that vacation mindset.
Think about it. When you're a tourist, you're not just grabbing a bite to eat.
You're on a mission to experience something new and memorable.
Okay, that makes total sense.
And this desire for the authentic experience
Really comes into play here.
Right. The article mentions authenticity being huge E.
But what does that actually look like for a restaurant?
Well, it's more than just serving local dishes.
It's about creating an atmosphere that feels genuinely connected to the place.
Imagine stumbling upon a cozy family-run trattoria.
Tucked away on a side street in Rome.
Right.
That's an experience.
Okay, so ambiance is key.
Absolutely.
But tourists, especially in this digital age,
we're also relying heavily on online information to find those hidden gems.
they're living on TripAdvisor.
So rolling through Instagram, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And they're looking for visual cues.
Those drool-worthy photos.
Those glowing reviews that scream authenticity.
It's almost like social proof is even more important for tourists.
Because they don't have, those local recommendations to rely on.
So how does a restaurant even get on their radar in the first place?
This is where the article talks about visibility.
Yes.
It's all about being findable.
And in today's world,
That means mastering local SEO.
think of it like this. When you're in a new city
Okay.
and you search for best coffee near me.
Google magically knows exactly what you're looking for, right?
Right. But how does Google even know?
That's local SEO at work.
For a restaurant, this means having a top-notch Google My Business profile.
Complete with mouth-watering photos and updated information.
You know, you really want to entice those tourists.
It's like their digital storefront.
Exactly.
Right. And you don't want cobwebs on the door.
You don't want cowboys on the door now.
Yeah.
And we can't forget about online reviews.
Yes. TripAdvisor, Yelp.
Yeah.
Those can really make or break a restaurant for tourists especially, right?
It's amazing how much trust we place in the opinions of complete strangers.
It's true. I've definitely been swayed by a witty review or two in my day.
Right.
But it makes sense. Tourists don't have those, friends in the area to ask.
Right.
So what can restaurants actually do to encourage these positive reviews?
Well, I think it goes beyond just providing good food and service, right? It's about creating an experience that compels people to share their story.
Right. It's not enough to just be good. You have to be, Instagrammable these days. Right?
Exactly. Think about those restaurants with the quirky decor or the unique plating.
Yeah.
They're practically begging to be photographed and shared.
It's free marketing genius.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've covered visibility, online presence.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the actual experience of dining.
Okay.
The article mentions that tourists want more than just a meal.
Mm-hmm.
They want an escape, something memorable.
Absolutely.
And this is where creating the right atmosphere is crucial.
Right, like setting the stage for an unforgettable experience.
Exactly. And it starts with making sure everyone feels welcome and comfortable.
Yeah.
Regardless of where they come from.
That reminds me of this fantastic little tapas bar I went to in Barcelona. And they didn't speak much English, but they went so far out of their way to make me feel at home.
Even had menus in different languages.
Wow.
It made all the difference.
Yeah, it's those small touches, right? Those small touches that create a welcoming environment. And I think that's something that all restaurants,
regardless of target audience, should strive for.
Absolutely. So what else contributes to this tourist magnet atmosphere?
The Menuville article had some interesting points about incorporating local art and design.
Oh, that's such a good point. It's about creating that immersive experience.
It goes beyond just the food.
Right. It's about transporting diners to another place, even if it's just for a few hours.
Yeah.
And it really taps into that desire for authenticity we were talking about before.
Okay, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
It's like choosing a hotel with local character
Right.
over like a generic chain.
Exactly.
You want to feel like you're actually experiencing the place.
Precisely. And it doesn't have to be anything extravagant either.
Sometimes it's as simple as, using locally sourced ingredients.
Yeah.
Or featuring artwork from local artists.
It's about telling a story, right?
Exactly.
And who doesn't love a good story, especially on vacation?
It's true. Food always tastes better with a story.
It really does, yeah.
Speaking of stories, the Menu Ill article mentioned some really creative ways.
To create those memorable experiences for tourists.
Yeah.
Like cooking classes as souvenirs.
Right.
I love that idea.
Isn't that clever?
Take a piece of the culture home with you.
Yes.
Much better than a cheesy T-shirt.
Way better.
And it makes you think of all the possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what if a restaurant offered a behind-the-scenes kitchen tour?
Or like a meet and greet with the chef.
Yeah. Those are great ideas. It's about going above and beyond, right?
Yeah.
Creating those wow moments.
And it doesn't have to be complicated, like you were saying. Even something as simple as offering a complimentary local dessert.
Or a personalized recommendation for a nearby attraction.
Yes.
All those things can make a tourist feel valued.
It's all about that personal touch.
Exactly.
Making them feel like more than just a number.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, people really remember how you made them feel.
And that's what keeps them coming back for more.
Yes.
Or in the case of tourists,
Right.
recommending your restaurant to friends and family.
It's true. Word of mouth is so powerful, especially in the age of social media.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
I have a challenge for your listeners, okay?
Yeah.
Next time you're planning a trip,
think about what would make a restaurant stand out to you.
what kind of experience are you looking for?
And how can you apply those same principles to other areas of your life?
That's such a great point. Because it's not just about restaurants.
Right.
It's about creating those memorable experiences
Yeah.
in everything we do.
In everything we do, whether you're hosting a dinner party, planning a work event,
Yes.
or simply interacting with people in your everyday life.
Those same principles. Authenticity, hospitality.
Creating a welcoming
They
atmosphere.
make all the difference.
I love that. So much food for thought.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Into the world of tourist magnet restaurants
We hope you've gained some valuable insights.
that you can apply to your own adventures, both culinary and otherwise.
Absolutely.
And hey, if you're ever in need of a snazzy QR code menu,
Be sure to check out Menu VL.
until next time, happy travels and keep exploring.